Good morning, buenos dias. Good morning, Betty.
Good
How are you?
Very good.
Are you pretty good?
Todo bien.
Are you happy?
Yes.
You want to know everything about the bees today?
I do. I really do.
Oh, that's good.
Yes.
Look at our crew. Jamie.
Hi, Jamie.
Hi.
Jamie is a professional in bees. She have a master degree is biologist and a master degree in
Oh
bees.
my goodness.
And I am not a professional, but I know everything about the bees.
You
too.
are professional.
Also I'm a professional.
right.
Yeah, I feel like professional. And we start to work with bees like 12 years ago.
Okay.
In the beginning, we was having no knowledge about them. It's why she gets the master degree about bees because we was needing to know. Because when we start, we buy six beehives, and like 2 years after, we were having only two because by the when you don't know how to grow the bees, they disappear too.
You got to learn. don't you?
Exactly. And like 12 years ago, the bees, also now, the bees was disappearing very, very soon. And was one of the reasons why we started to do it, to work with the bees over here, was it because we have the idea to try to protect them.
Right. More room.
Exactly. With it's they are needing in better conditions, and and we are using the bees to export how important it is to protect them. Because
Exactly.
mostly people don't know why the bees are endangered, what to do, to protect them, and anything about it. People eat honey, but don't know from where the honey is coming,
You're right.
and just eating the honey. But that one is more important when you communicate it, how to protect them and what to do. Okay, Jamie.
Jamie is an intelligent young lady. I'm excited to hear what you know.
Yes, but I don't speak good English.
That's all right. I will speak slow also.
Yes.
Yes.
Espere. ¿Qué quiere que explique?
In English, everything
Okay.
start. Well, okay.
He can
She
tra-
feel a little shy in speaking English, but normally she do the tours in Spanish and I
Oh,
do the
okay.
tours in English.
Okay.
Is why, but I would like to get some words about it. And
Yeah.
she's progressing every day with the English, and that one is good. But in Costa Rica, and she know that one probably more than me. But in Costa Rica, we have local bees.
Okay.
Okay. We have in Costa Rica we have two different types of bees. We have stingless bees or local bees, or Apis mellifera bees or honey bees. The Apis mellifera bees, this kind over here, all this area, those now are like a hybrids because they are mixed with the African bees. It's Africanized bees. Some people consider them like killer bees, but that one is not true. They can kill you, so you do not use protection to visit them. And but they never attack our purpose. They attack just to defend their beehive. And in Costa Rica, before the colonizer, there was supposed to be about 200 different species of bees. And now we have no more than 80 or something like that. Not exactly, I have not exactly the number, how many bees we have now, but we have local bees, local honey bees, and we have solitary bees. The solitary bees, they nest in the ground. They are always in the ground, making holes in the ground, and they are very important because they also pollinate the flowers. Without a flower,
That's what I was
without
thinking.
pollination,
Right.
no food.
That's right.
No food for people, no food for animals, no food for birds, no food for nothing.
So
The
see,
life extinct.
The pollination is important.
It's
for
the
all
very
food.
important for the whole life. It's why we teach the peoples how important it is to protect them. Over here we have of the local bees we have the euglosas or the metallic bees,
I've seen
and also we have this one. This one is called mariola or Tetragonis angoscula. That one is this one is one of the really famous bees of local bees of Costa Rica, and we have over here we have Melipona vechi that is almost extinct in Costa Rica. There are, but there are in danger. And we have, beside those, we have the Melipona vechi, the Melipona, no, this one is the Melipona vechi. And we have the Melipona costarricense. Then they are all, there are some more in this area, but they are also in danger. And we have bombos. You know, the bumblebees are very important in nature too because they have a specific kind of flowers to pollinate it.
Oh, okay.
Because they use the vibration. They have a very strong sound. And when they are on top of the flowers, they continue vibrating because the flowers, they feel stimulated to open it.
Oh, okay.
And it's why they are very important. Without the bombos, those flowers never will be fruits or those. And it's very important. You can see in the other, look at how the uglosas are living in colonies, but each of them, they are living in colony, but they live by themselves. They are not, they live together, but it's not a hive.
Oh, okay.
There is not a colony. These kind of bees and all those bees, they live in hives.
Okay.
They not. They live together, but everyone is the owner of every cell. You can see over here, this one is like a cell. Probably is this cell. The cell, she's the owner. This one over here is the owner of this cell. And when it's full of food, she lay one egg and close.
Okay.
But probably this one is from here, there is another cell over here. She's laying the egg now. And like that. But everyone is working by itself. They have no queen.
How long does the bee live?
Depends the kind of leaf. The Apis mellifera, depend the kind of bee. This kind of bees, 45 days is the average.
Okay.
And those, now, the mostly of the bees are in danger. The mostly of them are having the same age, the same time to live.
Lifespan.
Only the queen takes they have a long time. They can live for 5 years or something like that.
Okay.
But and the other ones are having a short life. But I think that now that they are having not the 45 days to live because they are eating polluted food.
Yeah.
And the pollution in the food short their life. Can be living 35 days or 40 days. 5 days in a colony is a lot. It's very important to have not 45, maybe 50 is better for them. But when they are having a shortest life, and it's a big trouble for them. But the main reason why the bees disappear in Costa Rica, in Costa Rica, by the 60s, 70s, 80s, people was cutting the primary forest everywhere. And by the 80s, we was having in Costa Rica just about the 25% of the land, of the territory in a green condition.
Okay.
Only the 25. The 75% was cut. And when they was cut, every year they was cutting forests and burning the forest.
Oh my goodness.
Was killing the bees. And it's why the local bees was disappearing. Also the Apis mellifera, because the Apis mellifera, they also was living in a jungle, in a forest. And, out now, we have about the 50% of our territory is green. But from that 50%, the 50% is second growth. And the second growth is not good for bees. It's not good for bees because the mostly of the second growth are about 30 or 40 years. And trees with 30 or 40 years, they do not get host at the bees because the bees are needing hollow trees. The hollow trees, they go into the holes and they make the nest inside.
That's right.
And you can see around here, it's a great forest. But that forest, the trees are new, are trees from 25, 30 years, and those trees are not hollow. They gave food, that you can get fruits and flowers and nectar and pollen from the trees, but no host.
No host.
No host. And they are needing where to start a new. The local bees, they are in troubles, mostly the local bees, because the local bees never swarm.
Do the hives help with protecting them that way?
Who?
When you build a hive,
Uh-huh.
does that help?
People is no, we do not, we can help them put in special cases in the
Okay.
jungle or something like that. But you need the at least one beehive around.
Okay.
See you put a case in the jungle, but there is no an original beehive around the 100 meters or something like that.
Okay.
Then you're never gonna get
Right.
a new. You need one, at least one. In our case, we have over here one of those, and we have a Melipona costarricense too. But sometimes we found one somewhere because we have the original. We have the original. But you have no original. For example, this one is the Melipona bechi. So you have no original Melipona bechi close. You can put the thousands of
Oh, okay.
cases in a jungle and never gonna get one.
Never gonna get one.
Uh-huh,
Okay.
because there are no one original. Okay, these kind of bees are better because they have a better condition because today swarm and
okay.
thousands of bees go out from their beehive and they travel for long distance, 10, 15, 20 kilometers, looking for a good place to start a new colony. Sometimes when they do not find a hole or they do not find a good place, they can also to do the combs they make the combs in a branch or something like that,
Okay.
and they can survive right there. They have a special when they are all together. The water don't go in because they use they stay like an angle like that, and the water comes go all the way down, and they protect the combs and they protect the queen.
Oh, okay.
But the local bees don't do that.
They don't do that.
No, they need to do the house first. And when they build the house, the queen moves from here to here. And like that, it's totally different.
Okay.
Action.
When the queen put one egg for workers is need 21 days for
To hatch.
and the drones need 22 days. The queen need a little less, in 13 or 16 days for hatch, and it's a difference with the eggs. For example, when the queen needs to put a drone, put one
Unfertilized.
yes, unfertilized egg.
Oh, okay.
And when it's a worker, it's an egg fertilized.
Oh, okay.
Yes. And for example, do you know how the bees make a queen?
No, that's what I was gonna ask you. How did the queen? How's the queen come about?
Yes, when the queen died, in the beehive is just one queen. When the queen died, the workers know and start to make a new one. The workers come to take this kind of eggs, the most small eggs, and put royal jelly to feed
royal-
this.
Okay. Okay.
Put royal jelly in a fertilized eggs,
Okay.
like a worker.
Okay.
Put the royal jelly and the queen start growing. And put in around 10 or 20 or 30 queens at the same time. But one queen hatch first.
Okay.
This queen go to kill the other ones. And if she find another one, they fight and just is one queen.
Oh, okay.
Okay, this queen is now a virgin. Is start to know all the beehive, and next she go out to flight to get the sperma from the drones.
Oh, okay.
They go out and the drones come and fertilize the queen. Around 8 or 9 drones.
Okay.
And the queen have a special area in the abdomen for put all the sperma for all her life.
Oh, okay.
She go out just one time in her life and come back to the beehive and start to put in eggs.
Okay.
And
Amazing.
yes, and you know the queen only eat royal jelly, and the queen can it's alive around 5 years or 7 years, and it's for example the workers and drone just eat nectar and pollen.
Okay.
The royal jelly is the difference.
That's right. That's what
Yes.
gives her
Hmm.
long life. Maybe
Yes.
I need to eat some more
Uh-huh.
jelly.
It's a superfood. Yes.
Yeah, it is. Okay.
Yes. And for example, the workers, when they hatch, have different works in the beehive. For example, the first work is cleaning. They need clean all the cells because if one cell is dirty, the queen don't put the egg.
Oh,
inside.
okay. Okay.
They need clean every time the cells or feed the babies, the larvae. And the next work is build like this. This is the wax.
Mm-hmm.
Another work is this, build the wax and make the
combs.
honeycombs. And another job or work is guards in the entrance.
Okay.
They need protect the beehive from the another insects and try to steal the honey or whatever. And the last work is going out to take nectar and pollen for all the hive.
Okay. Huh?
They have a process to grow. The queen takes time to grow, everybody. But you know exactly, Mrs. Betty, you know exactly what the bees do in the jungle? What they do in the jungle? Why they go to the jungle?
To get pollinated.
To get pollen. What more?
Let's see. You're talking about the queen bee now?
No, the queen.
no,
No.
the other-
Just the
to get-
workers. They're the workers.
Okay.
The queen bee stay in the beehive and
So
never
they go
get
to
out.
get pollen and fertilize?
No, okay. They fertilize the flowers, but that one is secondary. You know, they
Okay.
collect. What do they collect from the jungle?
Pollen.
Pollen, yes.
And
Tell me.
I forgot.
Nectar.
Nectar. There you go.
And what? Okay, some more.
Okay.
They collect 4 things.
So pollen, nectar.
Nectar.
It's one thing the workers use for clean the cells. It's the disinfectant for the beehive.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
it's a propolis.
Propolis, yes.
Oh, but
Sap-
propolis. I know. Okay,
Exactly.
I know what you're
Sap
talking
of
about.
tree.
Right.
Sap of tree. They collect the sap of different medicinal trees. They mix it and they make the propolis.
That's how
It's
the
medicinal.
propolis
It's-
is made. Okay, how do you collect that then?
It's we can show you in the beehive.
Okay.
You know, that one is like a special wax.
Okay,
It's not wax, but it's something sticky.
okay.
Okay,
then
and the
bees-
14th, yeah.
is beeswax?
No,
Is
it's
that-
not big wax.
Okay.
It's different. It looks like something sticky, but it's not wax.
Okay, and then.
And the last thing is very important for us too.
Okay, we got
Pollen, nectar, propolis, and missing one. Water.
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 Okay.
They are needing water.
Oh.
They are needing water to mix with propolis to clean the cells.
So they collect the water on their legs?
In the streams, or in the morning they collect it from leaves because
okay. How interesting. That's neat.
they collect 4 things from the jungle.
Nectar, pollen, propolis,
And water. And what they gave us?
Honey.
They gave us 7 things.
Oh, okay.
What you say, honey?
Honey.
Propolis.
Propolis. or
Propolis.
however you say. Oh,
Remember you the superfood? Royal jelly.
royal gel. Okay, right.
Royal jelly. Beside the royal jelly, they are missing 3. Very, very important because without they don't do this one. You know,
Okay.
the combs. They need to do it. The honeycombs. What they use it to do the
To make
honeycomb?
the honeycomb.
Wax.
Wax. Yeah.
Wax. Exactly. Wax. Okay. I'm missing 2 more.
2 more.
That one is are hard to know because it's not they are not common. But one is
Water.
Botox. No, Botox.
Botox.
Botox exactly to for
What we make to
to
keep
fix
us
this the wrinkles. Mhm.
Okay, Botox, I go there.
You know what? The Botox is the apitoxin,
Oh.
the venom. So venom. So the
Okay, a
it's
bee.
uses-
Bee.
Uh-huh,
When
exactly.
they sting.
When they sting, you get a bump. It's because
yeah,
the Botox
and that's
grow.
the Botox.
But people use the apitoxin also for like medicine for arthritis or different
Right,
diseases.
right.
Okay, and the last thing is bee bread.
Is what?
Bee bread.
Bee
Bread.
bread.
The bee bread is the food of the workers. They takes the pollen
Okay.
and nectar or honey, makes something like a
Okay.
paste, and put it in the cells to protect, to
And
keep it
that's
for.
what they put in the cell for the eggs to.
No, not to be eaten.
Oh, to
for the
eat.
future.
Okay, I got you. Okay.
It's why in the rainy season, the bees, when there are not a lot of pollen in the flowers, the queen lays some less eggs because there are not enough to be feeding them and to be feeding the babies.
Right,
And
so the it's seasonal, like.
exactly. How she said, the queen lay a lot of eggs in a high season.
Right.
She say how many eggs she lay a day?
100,000
Hundred?
depends.
Oh my goodness.
They can lay from in a high season
They must
from
be awful
2,000
small.
to 3,000 eggs a day. A lot,
My
from
goodness, yeah.
2,000 to 3,000. But in the rainy season, sometimes no more than 500.
Oh,
500,
yeah.
just to keep the population, to
Right.
be keeping some. And but the babies are fed with. I like to do a joke because while the queen is eating royal jelly, the superfood,
Right.
the workers are fed with rice and beans.
Rice and beans, huh? That's
Yes,
all,
it's-
just like us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's why
So you
it's,
get some protein.
it's why the queen can live for 5 or more years, while the workers they live only 45 days.
Because they're not eating the royal
Exactly.
jelly.
Okay. Because they are not
The
eating the
royal
royal jelly.
jellies don't collect from the forest.
Right,
It's
that's what they
produced
make.
for the workers.
Right.
Yes.
They make
They
the
have
royal
a
jelly.
special glands here
Okay.
in their head,
Okay.
and with this they produce the royal jelly.
Okay.
And they feed the queen mouth to mouth.
Isn't that amazing? She's busy all the time, isn't she?
I guess. She have no time to cook. No time to
No.
cook. No. To prepare the rice and
She's
beans.
being fed all the time.
Exactly.
That would get kind of boring, wouldn't it?
I might add, that's where the old term comes in, busy as a bee.
Exactly.
Busy as a bee.
Well, you know, a bumblebee, it's amazing that they can even fly.
Oh yes, of course.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Okay, and now I want to talk to you. Okay, she's playing,
That is
about
so
how the
interesting.
bees-
Thank you. That,
when the bees swarm once a year
okay,
in the dry season.
okay.
When they are planning to swarm, normally this one is like that, looks a frame in the, obviously with the honey come over here on both sides. But when the old queen is planning to swarm, they build a different royal cells all the way in the border,
Okay.
never in the middle. They
Oh,
never
okay.
build it. You can see over here, this one is a comb, a honeycomb. And you can see the royal cells right in the middle,
Oh.
whatever. But that happened because the queen died.
Oh, okay.
When the queen died, the worker bees, they don't care where to do the royal cells. They don't care. They want to have a queen. It's the main idea to have a queen.
They got to feed that queen.
Exactly, and they make the royal cells wherever they want. Wherever they found the young eggs, they build. But when they are planning to swarm, they planificate it. They say, oh no, the comb is to storage the honey or the nectar, or to get babies. It's the nursery area over here, and they use the borders to do the royal cells because that ones are not really important for the
Right.
for the colony.
For the-
Normally, when they swarm, the old queen takes about the 50% of the population
Okay.
and left, and it's why it's not really good for the bee farmer. They try to stop the swarms because that means that when they go, they take the 50% of the population and the beehive stay very small.
Right, and they
And-
swarm, they go with the.
Exactly. About the 50% of the bees, all bees go with mama, and the young ones stay in the beehive. The young ones, how she said, they stay busy. They don't go out to pick up nectar, to pick up pollen, to pick up water, to pick up propolis. They don't go. They stay doing jobs in the beehive.
Inside the beehive.
Uh-huh. And it's why for many days the beehive do not make honey, do not make nothing, and the only is not good for the farmer, for the bee farmer.
Right.
Okay, I want to talk something more about the bees are endangered. That one is very important. The second reason why the bees, in Costa Rica, I'm talking about Costa Rica because I don't know the reality from another places. I don't know the reality in US or in South America or in Europe, but wherever the bees are endangered. But in Costa Rica, the second reason why they are endangered are the people are using a lot of pesticides
Yeah,
to get that. But I want to send a message at everybody that can see the video.
right.
The main thing why the people are using pesticides are the peoples, the regular peoples. And you know why? Because when you go to the supermarket, you go to the supermarket to look for the best apple, the best orange, the best cantaloupes, the best watermelon, the best, all fruits must be
Perfect,
perfect. How do you get a perfect fruit?
by killing all
Using pesticides to keep the insects away
away.
or to kill the insects. And that one is the main reason. See, you change your mind and start to eat the fruits, if with a little insect bite or scratch it.
You can cut that out.
Exactly. You just get it and put it out and eat it. No, the fruit is good.
That's right.
People will be starting to use less pesticide.
Right.
And the worst thing is that when you eat that beautiful fruit, that delicious fruit, what are you think are you eating?
You're eating
Pesticides?
chemicals, right.
Claro, sure.
Yeah, poison.
Poison. Are you eating poison?
That's right.
Change the canal.
The thinking.
Exactly. Okay. That one is one of the reasons, the pesticides.
That's right.
The other reason, technology, radio frequency. And you know why? Okay, let me give you an example. Long time ago, people's been using pigeons to send message.
That's right.
And you know how the pigeons was going there and come back? They was using a special echolocation or GPS, natural GPS.
That's right.
Okay, the bees, they can move from here, it's the beehive over here, they can move 3 kilometers away, 2 miles away, all the way there. But how a bee move 3 kilometers in this way, how come back? How did they come back? They have a short sight. They have no good ears to hear mama calling, hey, come back. No. When they are over there and they feel that they are ready to come back, immediately she activate the GPS and she know, because there are no trace, there is no nothing to come back. And they go in that way, everywhere. And they come through to the beehive. How? Using the GPS, natural GPS.
Sonar, yeah.
But by the radio frequency, the radio frequencies are disturbing the natural GPS of the bees. And suddenly, the bees say, oh my God, where I am? Oh, I'm lost. She don't know how come back to the beehive. And they die in the jungle. Might be 30 days old and she dies in the jungle because don't know how come back. They don't know.
Do you think the cell phones, all the cell phones are not?
Exactly.
It's affecting them?
And now I'm a little more worried because now it's coming for Costa Rica the 5G, and the 5G is terrible. But nobody wants to be the responsible. So you ask the 5G technologies maker, you are killing the bee. They say, oh no, I'm sorry. No.
I agree.
Our 5G is the best. No, do not kill nothing. Because they don't want to have responsibility of nature. They want
Well,
money.
they just soon kill off the,
They want to get money. That's it. It's money. Money is the main idea.
That's
Okay.
right.
Okay, those are the three main things. Deforestation in Costa Rica, pesticides, and radio frequency. To avoid to do something for the bees. Very important. We teach at everybody, and now I'm trying to teach at you, Betty,
that's right. And we're gonna teach with our.
what to
radio.
do. Normally everybody in US, it's like a culture. Everybody have a garden in the backyard, They have a tomatoes or they have different things planted there. Okay, so you can see some insects bothering do not use pesticides. You can use but natural pesticides.
Garlic.
Exactly, garlic or hot pepper.
Cayenne pepper.
Exactly.
Or cinnamon.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Something that they
what
don't
we
like
do,
some
yeah.
smells, and you can spray that,
That's
can make
right.
a special beverage, something like that, and you spread it everywhere. And like that, they will be bothered, and you do not kill them.
Yeah, and you can spray often because with the rains, it's not gonna harm the plants
And
or
also,
the
how we said in the beginning, to put cases in so you can see some bee close on. Okay, you can put a case right close because maybe a bees will be coming
behind.
to your new behind. It's very important because sometimes they do not increase the population because they miss the places where to do it. And like that, it's that one. Those are the main things. And continue talking with everybody. Please do not use a lot of pesticides. Please eat the fruits. You don't care if the fruit have something. No, eat it. It's good
That's right.
because people will be changing their money, their mind, and
Yeah.
the chemical sellers. They must to reduce them or to start to do a better things. Friendly with gentle with the bees. But we need to save the bees. The earth, the land, is not of us.
No.
We are living here for a short time. The planet is for the future. The child. There are childs coming that we never know, and we need to leave something good for them.
That's right.
It's our responsibility to take the measures now to guarantee a good planet for the future.
That's right. Correct.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you to come.
Fantastic.
Because I like to say that bees are in danger and people don't know what to do to protect the bees, because by many years people was not, or that kind of insects was they being not really important for anybody. People just was, oh, it's a bee. They was killing the bee because maybe sting me or something happened. And that one was a big mistake. One of the main reasons why in Costa Rica the bees stinged, or they was before the colonizers by Costa Rica there are supposed to was about 300 different species of bees, local bees. Now no more than 80. It's amazing how the population, the different the species are getting less and less and less. But the main reason is my idea, it's my opinion. I think it wasn't because in Costa Rica by the 80s, about the 75% of the territory being cut. The whole primary forest of Costa Rica being cut and burned. And when the people was cutting the forest, the primary forest was, they been cutting trees of 200, 300, 400, 500 years old. Those trees was providing at the bees, they was providing host, because bees are always looking for holes in the big trees, and the really oldest trees is where they found a good place to start a new hive. But the people was cutting everything. I did it. When I was a boy, I helped my father to cut trees in the jungle. When I remember that, my heart was a big mistake, but nobody was having this knowledge about how we was killing the biodiversity, But we did it, and after, when the people was cutting, all this was putting fire and was burning everything, or killing the bees and killing everything. The local bees stay in Costa Rica. The survivor local bees stay by the mountains, only in that 25% of the green territory of Costa Rica. Now we have about the 50% of the territory is green. But about the 50% of the green areas of Costa Rica are second growth. And the second growths are no more than 40, 50 years old. And a tree with a 40 or 50 years old is not enough big to be hollow and to get host at them. It's why the bees are in trouble. The local bees are in trouble because the local bees never, the Apis mellifera bees, they can swarm and they can move by kilometers away looking for a good place to start anew. And if they do not find it a good place, they can do it somewhere in a branch or in a tree or in an open area. They can survive for a year or sometimes or more. But the local bees not. The local bees, they have a small areas where they work, where they stay. And they need to find the hole first before to move from the origin. And if they do not find a hollow tree in the area where they are, that beehive never will be increasing the population. This is why they are not growing how they are needed to grow. Okay. That one is the first reason why in Costa Rica there are few, the population of bees are getting less. Besides that, the pesticides. In Costa Rica, is green, supposed to be green, and over here is everybody is talking. Oh, we are a sample for the world because we are little, but it's not true. We are using a lot of pesticides. The farmers are terrible people using pesticides. They don't know. They have no rules. They use the pesticides. The people selling pesticides, they don't care because they just want money. See, you was going to use a gallon, and this year you use 2 gallons, better for them because they get some more money. You increase the double pesticide. And they've been spreading the pesticides everywhere. Imagine sometimes in US and everywhere I know the news, people use the bees to put it in the middle of the plantations. The almond plantations and the canola plantations and orange plantations. They put the beehives in the middle of the plantation and they use them to pollinate because there are no natural pollinators. Sometimes here in Costa Rica, people use the bees from some bee farmers. They rented the beehive to put it in the middle. Sometimes they call me. This year nobody called me, but another year before they called me and they said, "Oh, Mr. Miguel, can you rent us some of your beehives to put it in the middle of the watermelon plantation because we are needing some more pollinators? And immediately I said, oh no, I'm sorry, but I never will be renting my beehives to put it in a watermelon or some plantation. They said, why, Mr. Miguel, why not? I said, oh, because do you use a lot of pesticides and you're gonna kill me, you're gonna kill my bees? Oh no, no, listen, how stupid they are. See, because they said, oh no, Don Miguel, don't worry, because we use the pesticides at night.
Oh my gosh.
Ah, really? Oh, you're very smart, I said. But they think because they put the pesticides at night, the other day the pesticides go away too. No, the pesticide, the difference is that they did not spread the bees with the pesticide. But the bees that are not needing to be spreaded with the pesticide to die. They collect the pesticide from the flowers, from the leaves, from the trunk of the plants, and everything, everywhere. Because the pesticides stay there. Those pesticides, they have a special something to stay in the leaves. It's not also rain and they don't go. They stay in the leaf. And the bees take it. And the bees take the pesticide and they carry the pesticide to the beehive. The beehive do not die immediately, but they get sick. The bees, they have a short life. You know how long a bee live? Only 45 days.
A healthy bee.
A healthy bee. Eating pesticides, I think that they do not survive for 30 days, 35 days. But less days is terrible for them, you know, it's, the mama don't know how fast are dying its babies, its bees. And sometimes the population of them also, you know, you start to see how the beehive is every day is less and less and less and less. And suddenly they die. Okay, and is why I think they do not have an idea how the pesticides are killing the bees. And no bees, you know what happened without the bees in the world?
There's no us.
Who say?
There's no us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Albert Einstein, he said, 4 years after then the bees disappeared on the face of the earth, people disappeared too. Albert Einstein, like 100 years ago, he said that. Because about the 80% of everything that you can get in the supermarket, the bees do something by those things before. Bees pollinate the fruits and everything. You know, in Costa Rica, you live in Costa Rica, you plant an avocado tree in the backyard and the tree is 4 or 5 years old and it's giving avocados. And you can see how every year the avocado tree is with a lot of flowers. But 2 or 3 days after, all flowers, you can see the all flowers in the ground and no avocados. And you say, oh, that tree is sick. Something happened with my avocado tree because they don't give me any avocado. But the tree is not sick. The flowers fall down because there were no bees to pollinate. It's the reason why. Same thing happened with the orange, with the lychee trees, and with everything. In a while, if there are no bees, the trees do not provide fruit for the animals, for the birds, for everything. It's why without the bees, everything disappears because nobody gonna find food. Insects, birds, mammals, you know, everything will be in trouble. And we too. I think.
You don't feel well? Do you want to sit down?
There is a bee around me. man.
What's the smoke do?
Keeps the bees away.
Oh, keeps them away.
Yeah, to
Gets them away.
Can he sit?
to keep the bees calm.
Sit, buddy. Sit.
Just un segundo. And a little water because the fire don't want to do the job. Don't want to burn the carton. The carton. I don't know what happened. I'm gonna do a trick. I'm gonna do a tricky. Remember, relax. Don't make a movement like that, you know. Everything is good. Come over here. Look at how. Look at the bees right in front. All of those are guardians. Look. The guardians.
So under 21 days.
Oh, yes. Look, Glenn, the entrance. And after, they're going to put some smoke right by the entrance. Ready? Look. Okay. Looks over here. All of those are making wax. Right here. Look. Okay, come over here. Let me show you. Come over here. Look in here. Bees close to hatch. All the way. All those. You can see inside something white. Can you see something white inside? Those are larvae. Right in there. Look.
White.
See, look at the white thing inside. Look at it. Can you see?
Negro. but no blanco.
White right over here. Look at.
Ah, more like marron. No?
Those are worms growing. Look at. Maybe, perhaps you, so you get it, you can see it better. Looks in the side. Look at all those bees close to hatch. All of those. And these ones over here, around here, you can see larvae. Look at the white around here. And this one here is nectar and honey. This one is nectar, and this one is honey. And now, if you want to have a picture like that, take it from here.
Hold it on. Hold it.
Do the picture.
Yeah, that's a face. You want to give it to your brother?
Take it from up here, from over here. Okay, good.
Leave us. Glove, You want to give it to mom?
Some more
Go ahead, I'll take
for
it.
him. You wanna get the comb?
Hold it from the top here.
Both sides. Don't press. That's just.
Here, look at me.
Don't worry. No.
They won't
Don't
get
worry.
in?
They don't go in.
Okay.
You want to give it to mom?
Don't worry. Because if you become nervous, they feel nervous. And
Ah, good. Thank you.
You have a zipped up hood, Mom. Have a good day.
Well, my eye is looking close. It looks like he's inside.
It's gonna be fine. Yeah, I got it.
Looks like rain is coming.
You think so? Wanna hold it?
Wow.
who wants to get this one? To be in a picture. This one looks great. Look at
Hold
it.
that
It's
one.
all of.
You're okay?
Look.
Get that one.
What am I supposed to do with this one?
Here, I'll hold that.
Okay.
Will you hold?
Hold it from here. Give it.
Yeah. It's videoing. Would you mind taking the video?
Sure.
You don't have to press anything.
Go ahead. I have these in my hand. So, take-
I could.
It's already going. You don't have to press anything. Come here. Got it? Cool. Okay, you hold it. I'll just get it. Thank you. Leave that way. Cute.
Okay. From this one, we're gonna eat honey and honey. You wanna hold it? Yeah, a little bit more. Just a bit.
He's gonna get the honey off of it, Mom. I think he's gonna get the honey off of it.
Okay? That's good. You want some more? Enough? Yeah. Good. Vamos. We decide to be, nobody be stinking, no? Nobody? Okay. Let me help you. Don't take it any, don't put it anything off, you know? When I say it's okay, I say okay. But no before. Because there are bees following us. On this side, but they are a little aggressive, but not too much. Bye.